Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you from Aswan in the south of Egypt. So, we are here today, beginning our 5-day trip through the Nile with around 70 to 80 people. I would I would show you around the people here that they are all here, but I'm afraid that all the studio that I have here, the set, I don't want to disorganize it because it's really pro. So so I don't want to touch it. Entonces, I don't want to touch it because maybe it all fell down. A me da todo igual. So I overcome the my bad humor from yesterday, but I guess this is because I'm dragged on sleeping. So I can't. I don't know what I'm saying and what I'm doing. Um, Today we went to Philae Island in the temple of Isis, and then we went to the Tree of Life, which is a tree here, a really powerful tree here in Aswan, which 1 year ago was the tree that March 2020 I received the information that we have to sow the seeds of the 144. So we came back kind of to thank the tree and to make a tiny connection with it. So today, when I went to the temple in one of the tiny special spots where I used to go to speak with the people from the temple, I asked what was the topic for today, what was the teaching for today, and one of them told me the word to fall in love. So today, to fall in love is related to the plexus. And why the plexus and not the heart? Because we usually say the love is related to the heart chakra, to the heart. But it's not really like that, and I will explain why. It's more related to the plexus because the plexus is related to relationships and links with people. So we have spoken about this a few months ago, that moved everyone to start saying "I love you" from my pancreas. So kind of. So the solar plexus is related in a physical way with the attachments that we have with others or stuff. Emotionally is about the bonds that we have with people, and mentally is about the beliefs that we project into the links with others. So what I just said in Spanish, we don't have it in English, this concept, but I will just explain it somehow. The word to fall in love in Latin languages and Spanish language is enamorarse, which is a conjunction of three words. En, which is to be inside, amor, that means without death, so eternity, and se, that means is a reflexive particle in language that means to oneself. Okay, so the word in Latin languages means to get inside the eternity of oneself. That's the translation of enamorarse. To fall in love basically comes from fall, which is to go inside to, the concept of getting inside something. And love, remember, that comes from lief, that means the sexual energy, actually. That's the origin of the word desire. It means desire, passion. In English, it's difficult really to explain the meaning of that. But related to the solar plexus, to fall in love doesn't speak about the connection with others, but it explains how a person reflects that love on oneself. So it's your own perspective, perception on what is love, basically. Let's try to understand first the meanings of love and to fall in love, which is kind of a bit different. And also I will relate with the Latin languages to understand this better when I'm trying to explain. So remember that love means desire in European languages. So this desire is the basic energy usually related with the root chakra, which is the main engine of energy that moves the kundalini of the body. So love, basically, for the with the word love, represents the kundalini, the eternal energy that activates the body. And this word of eternal energy that activates the being is related in Latin languages with amor. Amor means without death. So amors, without death, that is eternal. So from both sides, we can understand that the being is looking for eternity through the concept of love. But love is just a whole concept of what it is to be eternal. And to fall in love means that myself, with my personality, I get into the idea of the eternity, but from my own point of view, my own perception of what is eternity. The difference between one and the other would be that love is for anything, that any thought, any emotion, any action, anything that we can think about that connects us to the eternity. And to fall in love put some limitations according to our own point of view. So now, what we should understand about this love and fall in love, that love actually is not an energy that is evolutive. It doesn't help you in evolution. Now I try to explain why. Because love is everything. Love is the main energy of eternity. So exists in all the things. It doesn't matter what happened to the things. It's actually all the time there, like kind of designing the idea of what it is, the unity, the essence of the things, the main structure of all the realities. So that's love. The love cannot be measured because it's eternity, cannot be transformed because it's constant transformation. So basically, you cannot evolve through love. You can only live in the balance and harmony through love. So what is the difference between with fall in love? Fall in love speaks about a movement, a change of point of view, because what before was outside, now it will project within. So it changed polarity, it changed the perception, it changed the idea of of what you have perceived before from the outside. Okay, so this means that constantly is changing. So the action of falling in love is actually evolutive because it goes from the outside to the inside and is moving constantly from one perception to another, from one point to another. Actually, for humans, it's really difficult to really feel love, the real love. Maybe a few times we have perceived about this energy that we call love. Most of the time, every one of us as humans, we live falling in love constantly throughout our entire life. We are not in love with things or people, we are falling in love with things and people. And why is this? Because we constantly project a link, a bond with others, and we expect something from the others constantly. So we change our point of view once and again, falling in love from the outside to the inside. So now we can say, for the people that is looking for the real love, the great love of the universe, maybe you can think that to fall in love is like an illusion. So it's not good. We have to do something to not to experience that and get confused because it's an illusion. But now my question would be, isn't everything an illusion? Everything is an illusion. So basically, falling in love is the way, the tool that we have, the engine that we have to keep the illusion being in order. So the universe, basically, what it's doing is to use the process of falling in love as a mechanism for moving forward, for evolution, for helping us transform in a better way constantly in the existence. This means that the concept of falling in love is not something negative. The concept of falling in love is something that allows us to move forward. One of the messages that I received through these years is that we have to fall in love with nothing. And nothing meaning the concept that originates the everything. So the void. And from that void, from this concept, is the point through where we can create our own reality. So when we fall in love with that nothingness, we are able to manifest new things. To keep moving. Today I was explaining the way of how love expresses itself and how to fall in love express itself, so we can understand it better according to how the planets move in the solar system. But maybe it's worst to understand it, so who knows. Anyway, let's picture the solar system. So we have the sun and the planets around. So the planets and the sun, the star, are moving through gravity in the constants of time and space. So they move around and the sun is in the center. The gravity of the sun is pulling the planets in ellipses in orbit around, and everything is in balance, in order. So that's love. Love is basically this order, this beauty that is moving everything in a specific pattern that seems eternal. So what is to fall in love? So we can relate to fall in love with the movement of the planets that are doing like this when they spin around the sun or a star. So this movement, when they go around the star, sun, creates the perception of solstice and equinoxes, because the axis of the planet is moving because of the gravity of the star, of the sun. So this creates the seasons in the planet. It transforms everything in the surface of the planet. We can say now that the sun is fixed in the center of the solar system, and we have an axis of the sun that never moves and is attracting all the planets around, spinning and holding them constantly for the eternity. So this would explain love. Love is not pulling stuff or willing to reach things. Love is just there, is in its own axis, and doesn't expect anything from anyone. But to fall in love is when these planets lose their axis, so they are out of their own center, so they can reach something outside that they need for the inside. In this constant movement, we are looking for stuff outside so we can complete ourselves. And this is what allows the planets to have life, to have seasons, to have all this evolution, to have geography. Yes, the movement of all the things on the surface of the planet, of the world. So what it is to be love, what it is to express love, is to be like the sun, in the center, not moving anywhere, not willing to attract anything or to seek anything outside, just shine in the center, sending love to everyone, not expecting anything from anyone. And the second one, to fall in love, would be to lose the center, to go out from yourself in order to look for different ways in which the self can be expressed. And this is how we start to create the reality, to evolve and to transform ourselves. So by itself, love can't do anything, can't create anything. It's impossible because it's already everything. So love doesn't have the energy to move and to create all the wonders that we have in the reality. The only way in which love can leave all that is if it moves towards the outside, finding again the inside. And that's what we call to fall in love. So it doesn't matter of what, if it is a person, if it is a rock, if it is a dog, a cat, whatever, you have to fall in love. If you are just love, eternal love, that would be very boring, and I would leave it for after death. In the meantime, practice by falling in love. So let's go to the information for today. The vibration for today is Tiel. The statement for today is I am manifested essence. Let's go to the alignment.